We voting on?
I call this meeting to order of the North Adams City Council for May 23rd, 2023. This meeting is being recorded. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Barbo,
Here.
Blackmer,
Here.
Bona,
Here.
Harpin,
Here.
Obasahan,
Here.
Alaskowitz.
Here.
Sapienza,
Here.
Shade,
Here.
Wilkinson is absent.
8 yeas, we have a quorum. Please rise for a moment of silent remembrance. And the pledge? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think I feel air. I feel air.
Approval of minute, a motion to approve the minutes of April 25th, 2023.
Motion to approve. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All abstain? Wasn't there? Motion to approve the minutes of May 9th, 2023.
Motion to approve. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I'll just abstain, I was absent.
Abstention. Counselor Barrow abstains. Motion carries. Hearing of visitors. This is an opportunity for the public to speak to the council for 2 minutes regarding something that is on the agenda. And please give your name and address for the record.
I'm Robert Smith. I live at 163 North Street here in North Adams. I just want to make a couple of comments on two things on the agenda tonight. Number 12272 in reference to promoting our current assistant clerk to the full position of clerk tonight. I would appreciate that. And the other item is 12273, has to do with Council Sapienza, who wanted to bring an issue to the floor tonight, but he can't do it tonight because he didn't complete what he needed to get it on the agenda properly tonight. But anyway, I want to talk about that. Council President always tells people, speak loud so the people at home can hear. But you know what, Council President? There are people here in the gallery, in the public gallery, that can't hear some of you councilors sometimes, well, what you're saying. So I would really appreciate if you could talk a little louder so we can get the information correctly. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Gail Grandchamp, 82 Hall Street, North Adams. I'm just saying hi to all the counselors. Hope you're all coming back. We love you all. And I'm here to support Tina, and I hope you will make her the top city clerk, because she deserves it. She's knowledgeable, wisdom, and she's working hard to learn all that she needs to learn. Thank you.
Next. Okay, well, I'll move on to the actual agenda. Council paper 9,513-31, an ordinance to amend Chapter 7, Section 7-11 of the revised ordinances of the City of North Adams regarding change of permit price postponed from the meeting of March 28th. Do we have a motion?
Motion to postpone till second meeting of June. Second.
Counselor Bona. Counselor Luskowitz, discussion?
Yeah, I just, so at this point, it may come back to council, just during some of the complexity of it, but we just want to get past the budget season, so that's why we're pushing it that far.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Council Paper 11,826, an ordinance amending revised ordinances of the City of North Adams regarding various fees. Wait a minute. Fees postponed from the meeting of April 25th. I think this is the one regarding the transfer station.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Again, we'll postpone to the second meeting of June for similar reasons. I did speak with the mayor. This is something that she agrees with. Just again, getting past the budget and some other things that take more priority.
Okay, so motion to continue.
Motion to postpone to second meeting of June.
Second by Counselor Luskowitz. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Council Paper 12,191, communication from Counselor Shade requesting local Department of Health review the rules and regulations to address the storage of garbage. Counselor Shade, do you have an update? Or a motion?
This was sent to
Public safety.
Public Safety.
Public Safety.
Yes, so Public Safety, do you have an update?
Do you have a motion?
Make a motion to postpone this to the first meeting in July.
Okay.
Second.
I didn't hear who did it. I think it was Counselor Shade. Discussion? Do you want to give an update?
There's really nothing to update at this point. The Public Safety Committee has been busy with the taxi ordinance that we're working on, and that has still taken up 99% of our time. So as soon as we get that somewhat finalized, then we can work on the further ordinance. So no progress has been made at this point for that. So that's where we stand.
Okay. Anything else? We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Council Paper 12,269, Mayor's Communication Number, are these sticking together? Is that- Mayor's Communication recommending the appointment of Alyssa Sporbert to the IDEA Commission, filling the unexpired term of Molly Grather for a term to expire February 8th, 2024.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Counselor Luskowitz, Counselor Shade. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Council Paper 12,270, Mayor's Communication Number 58, providing notice of the draft fiscal 2024 classification and compensation plan. Motion to refer to finance would be in order.
I'll make a motion to refer that to the Finance Committee.
With a return date.
Return date of the first meeting in June.
Okay, with the return date first meeting in June.
So, second.
Second. Discussion. Mayor, do you want to give a?
Basically, I think you all have the draft budget. It is a working document. I look forward to having the discussion with the Finance Committee and any other counselors who want to participate. I did email you the schedule with all of the meeting dates and times if you didn't have a chance to write them down. But our first one is May 30th at 5:30 here in Council Chambers.
Thank you. Any other discussion? We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Council Paper 12,271, Mayor's Communication Number 59, providing notice that the draft fiscal 2024 budget proposal will be presented. So A motion to refer to finance
With a return date.
with a return date of the first meeting in June.
So move.
Second?
Counselor Bona and Counselor Shade. Mayor, you have anything else to add?
Same thing.
Same thing, okay. Any other discussion? Counselor Bona?
Yeah, just, obviously, any of the counselors who have sat through these budget meetings know, they are very informational. Suggest any counselors to please try to attend, as many of them as possible, which saves questions when it comes back to council, but also, a call out to anyone who is considering to run for council, that this is an opportunity to definitely learn about the budget that we deal with. So, look at the schedule, try to attend, and also for the public, because we always hear out there what's going on with the budget, where's the money being spent. These are the meetings that you really learn that information. Thank you.
Or we get in the weeds? Counselor Shade, Counselor Harpen, Counselor Barba.
Yes, last year, these meetings were live streamed like our council meetings. Can we do that again, please?
We can,
You guys can do what you want. I'm not the
we'll
technologist.
try to figure it out. Yep.
Thank
Figure it
you.
out.
That was my same question. I was going to offer Zoom so people can watch from home, or actually even ask questions if they wanted to, so.
We'll connect with Tina, IT, and whatever we need to do to make that happen.
Okay, Counselor Barba.
That was my question, so thank you for answering.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. We've had some discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, let me just see if I have. I'm going to skip over the next item for a minute without objection. No one minds? Thank you. Council Paper 12,273, communication from Counselor Sapienza to consult with Mr. Peter Tommel to check into possibility to tap into audio that feeds the TV broadcast. When you say tap in, do you mean like tap in to put it on Facebook or something?
No,
Well,
no.
yeah, talk about what you, because I
Okay,
have no clue.
all right, let me discuss what I'm intending. What it is that the audio feed from our microphones, I've had several complaints from people in the gallery that some of us are hard to hear or hard to understand when they're sitting in there. Right now, it's probably not too bad, but if you have a lot of people in the gallery, sometimes the shuffling and the moving around and the extra bodies sometimes absorb the sound. So what I propose is to tap into the audio feed that goes to the TV signal, to the TV station, and split that out to a small portable amplifier and a set of speakers in the gallery area that would allow members of the audience to hear us better.
Okay, so I'm not even sure what to do with that, other than I would refer it to,
NBCTC.
and to the,
NBCTC, Mr. Peter Tommel, yeah,
and the administration and their staff to make sure it
of
works.
course, yep.
Mayor?
Yeah, the IT department has been really looking at the acoustics in this room, so we'll be happy to collaborate with the TV.
So refer to the administration and NBCTC and deal with it and come back with a report at some point.
Yeah, do you want that as a motion?
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay. All right, I'd make a motion to refer this to NBCTC and to the administration for,
With a return date of July.
yeah, with the
Okay.
return date of July, first meeting in July.
Second?
Counselor Sapienza, Counselor Shade, any more discussion? Counselor Bona?
Yep, obviously, one important thing that, if that does happen, is to not have any delay, though. Because if you're speaking and then hearing yourself 1 second later, it makes it difficult.
Feedback's also bad,
Yeah.
too.
Right,
So
yes.
it has to be
yes.
like a live amp, more or less, versus, I know one time when we were trying to do something with Zoom and streaming, and we were talking, and then hearing ourselves literally 1 second later, and it made it difficult.
I believe if we tap into the system like I thought we would, or we could, the amplifier would amplify it directly with very minimal delay.
Okay. In the meantime, let's all use our outdoor voices.
There you go.
Counselor Shade.
Yes, along that lines, if you're in the crowd and you can't hear us, you can call for a point of order and ask people to speak up. That is allowed. So please do so. If you can't hear us, let us know. We want you to hear what we're saying. Thank you.
So we have a motion, and did we get a second?
I believe so, as you went to discussion.
Yeah, I did, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, I'm sorry, Counselor Bazan.
Along these lines, as we're thinking about the audio in this room, can we, maybe someone from the Idea Commission be a part of that conversation as well? Or I'm happy to be a part of that conversation, so we're thinking about the accessibility for folks who are, are hard of hearing or deaf, so that way we can make sure we have the proper equipment, so they're not getting feedback and the levels are correct, so.
Right.
Thank you. Okay. Any more discussion?
Should we change that motion to include someone from the IDEA group?
So, make that an amendment?
Okay, so amend it to include someone from the IDA or you. Because you're not on the commission anymore, right?
No.
I am.
Counselor.
So I'd like to amend that motion to include a member of the Idea Commission.
Second.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to, a second on that, and we're going to vote on the amendment. So all in favor of the amendment?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now we're going to vote on the question as amended. All in favor of the question as amended?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so we're going to move back to Council Paper 12,272, communication from Councilor Blackmer on behalf of the City Clerk Search Committee to appoint Tina Leonazio as the city clerk, filling the unexpired term of Josh Valiers for the term to expire January 28th, 2025. So, first I want to update everybody. We met, there were 3 members of the committee, Councilor Shade, me, and Office of Community Development Director and Board of Registrar member, Michael Navali. We had, we posted it, we kept it open until we actually started interviewing. We had the same criteria before: customer service experience, preferably city clerk or municipal experience, management experience, an associate's degree, et cetera, et cetera. We had 19 applicants, and I will say that one candidate stood out. One candidate had municipal experience, public service experience, management experience, admin experience, customer service experience, a bachelor's degree, and a master's certificate in project management. I attached the resumes to the council papers, so you would be able to see her resume. And unanimously, as we were discussing the candidates, we had one candidate stood out. Others we felt like we could maybe call as a backup, or might be really interested in being an assistant city clerk to be trained over the next couple of years. So that candidate, the recommendation of the city clerk search committee is Tina Leonazio, our assistant city clerk, and right now the acting city clerk. So I move that we appoint her.
Second.
Councilor Shade, any discussion? Councilor Leskowitz.
Congratulations. I'd like to thank you for accepting the challenge, and here we come with another new city clerk, just on the onset of election season again. I'm sure it's going to be pretty challenging, but I have the fullest confidence. We've gone through this before, and the election had gone off without a hitch, so once again, congratulations and thank you.
Councilor Shade.
In the process of reviewing all of the resumes, I completely agree with Councilor Blackmer's assessment that we had one candidate who met all of our criteria that we wanted to see for this position, but we did have several candidates who met many of the criteria, but not quite all of them. And I would encourage them to apply when the assistant city clerk position opens up. With regards to the city clerk position, Tina, thank you for putting yourself forward. Thank you for being willing to step into the role. and I believe you're going to do a fantastic job for the city, and can't wait to see what happens, so thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? So we have a motion and a second and discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? It is unanimous. Congratulations. And we have a Justice of the Peace here to swear Miss Leonazio in right now as the clerk. So Mr. Webb, come forward.
City Clerk oath. I state your name.
I, Tina Maria Leonazia,
Been appointed as the city clerk of North Adams,
having been appointed as the city clerk of North
do
Adams,
solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will uphold the laws
that I will uphold the laws
and
and
regulations
regulations
of the Commonwealth
of the Commonwealth
and City of North
and the
Adams,
city of North Adams,
and will faithfully
and will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
perform all duties
perform all duties
of my office
of my office
according to the best of my abilities and understanding.
according to the best of my abilities and understanding.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming down. Okay, I can move on. I need my glasses again. Okay. Council Paper 12,274, communication from Counselor Sapienza to propose amendment to Article 34, Chapter 2, entitled Public Arts, Section 2-173A, Definitions, Public Arts, to insert the words interior or exterior between any and work as approved by the Commissioners of the Public Arts Commission at their April 24th, 2023 meeting. Counselor Sapienza.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to refer that to the General Government Committee with a return date of, I'd say,
The end of July.
yeah, second meeting in July.
Thank you.
Second.
Counselor Sapienza, Counselor Alaskowitz. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to licenses. Application for license to drive a taxi received from Gregory Acevedo to drive for RJ's Taxi.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Counselor Alaskowitz and Counselor Shade. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Application for license to drive a taxi received from Jeffrey Davis to drive for OTT Taxi.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Counselor Alaskowitz, Counselor Vassahan. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Application for license to drive a taxi received from April Peeney to drive for OTT Taxi.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Counselor Vassahan, Counselor Alaskowitz. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Is this, that's old, right? It just didn't get taken out.
Oh.
It's just stuck in the book, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm making sure. Moving on. Open forum. This is an opportunity for the public to speak to the council for 2 minutes on issues of municipal significance. Please approach, name and address for the record. You have 2 minutes.
Again, I'm Robert Smith. I live at 163 North Street in our city. I'm a little bit confused about what happened at the council tonight in regards to reviewing the budget. There were several councilors who asked that if they don't have to be at the meetings for the budget to be reviewed. Does that mean that there won't be a public sector available to also take part in the budget review? Because I wouldn't like that, because I like to attend the budgets.
That's in addition to being here.
Okay.
We're going to make sure that they're on Zoom or they're filmed so that people who can't get out or who have
Okay.
young children or
Yeah.
whatever reason they can't make it, they can still participate.
Okay, because I have no issue with them, any of the councilors who are not going to be here physically. That's not my issue. My issue is I like being part of the process. Thank you.
You're welcome. Glad a question I can answer. Next, go ahead.
Robert Cardamino, 173 Quincy Street. Once again this year, the placing of the flags was a great success. And many thanks goes to all the volunteers. The Drury High School baseball team, McCann baseball team, and their coaches. Also, volunteers from Wreaths Across America, the American Legion, church groups, the Boy Scouts, and private volunteers. And the amount of respect shown by the baseball teams for the veterans. And it was a great team effort led by Ed Marino, the cemetery commissioner. Thank you.
Anyone else? Mayor's updates?
Along those lines, Mr. Cardamino, I understand you were also a big help, so thank you for your help on Saturday as well.
It's easy to be a cheerleader and it is to be
So I'd like to start off today, and I think everyone in this room knows about the big fire that we had on Morgan Avenue. I just especially want to thank the North Adams Fire Department for their hard work. That was a tough night. It was a long night. It went into several days. But I also wanted to thank our neighboring communities, specifically the Clarksburg Fire Department and the Adams Fire Department, for being right there with us and helping us with a serious event. So thank you to everyone. I want to remind everyone that on Monday we are having the Memorial Day Parade. The parade will start at the North Adams American Legion at 9:30. I'd like to extend the invitation to all the counselors who'd like to join me in the parade and process that day. We'll start at American Legion down Main Street across Eagle to the Veterans Memorial Circle. So again, the parade will start at 9 o'clock. If you are going to join me, please be there about 9:15. And I hope to see everybody on the Main Street. And we already talked about the Finance Committee meeting, which will be on May 30th at 5:30. So that's all I had for updates tonight.
Just to clarify, you said 9:30 and then you said 9. So 9:30 step off,
Yeah,
9:15.
the parade. Yep, the parade starts at 9:30, but they like to have people who are going to process between 9 and 9:15.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Committee reports and minutes? Liaison updates and counselors' concerns. Counselor Alaskowitz.
Through the chair to the mayor, I know this is the time of year where it's going to be expected, but I don't know about anyone else, but I've been receiving several, not complaints, but questions about potholes, because we know it's pothole season. We're on the onset of it, and we know that the hot top plants just opened recently. Some of them still aren't even ready to go yet, but if we can give some kind of update.
Sure, we're working as fast as we can. It's a long haul from here to Shaftesbury to get blacktop. So we're trying to send as many trucks as we can. We're also working against the weather. When it rains, we can't go out and get blacktop. we're working on it as fast as we can. If anybody has any potholes that they see, I would recommend calling the Highway Department at 413-662-3157, and you can place your concern with Natalie, or you're welcome to call my office at extension 413-662-3000, extension 3216. We do have an ongoing list. We're routinely going into neighborhoods and trying to work from the downtown out. This week has been focused on Memorial Day and getting the cemeteries ready and keeping up with the fields. But it is a priority. So if you see something out there, of course, say something, and we'll be happy to look into it.
Thank you.
Counselor Barbara.
Yes, through the chair to the mayor, if I could ask you one more time to hop up, can you give us an update for the pool at the YMCA?
Sure. We had a great meeting, was it last week? Yes, last week with the members of the Y, myself, Mr. Moranti, and Jessica Rumlow, who's the executive director. We are currently under design for what we think is a somewhat 5 to 10 year fix of reinforcing the saddles of the roof to lift up the roof. The problem isn't with the roof, it's the support of the roof. We're hoping to have all of the plans into us in a bid document, actually by May 31st, which is next week. And then we'll put it out to bid and see what the number comes in at and tackle that project as it comes. So we are moving forward with getting some kind of fix. We also are in the process, some members have been going to Bennington or Pittsfield. I believe the YMCA has an agreement currently with the Down Street Hotel, as well as they're working on reaching out to Sand Springs. We are in the process of setting up a van to come from North Adams to Bennington. Some of the members expressed concern about the drive. So we're hopeful we can get it out to bid and get it fixed and get everybody swimming by the fall.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
On the lines of bid, I noticed when I was doing something else, I saw a bid for the Mohawk.
The marquee.
The marquee, and I was just curious what happened with that.
Yep, those are still under review.
Okay, so we did get bids this time.
We got one bid, and it's, actually, we got two bids, I believe, which came in a little bit high, but we're going to be tackling that this week.
And another question, the bond bill that includes our $1.2 million for the feasibility study for the public safety complex expires on June 30th. Have we gotten any update on where we're at that?
It's in the bond bill.
It's in the bond bill, but is it going to be released?
I have not been told that it is. We've asked, and time will tell.
We don't have an update. Thank you.
Sorry.
I know. I'm sorry. I've been asking the same question for,
I know.
5 years now? Okay. Thank you. Anyone else? We have no correspondence. A motion to adjourn would be in order.
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
Counselor Alaskowitz, Counselor Sapienza, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.